Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Time, and today we got the Retro Arcade Machine X here. Let's get into it. So this little machine here is a serious blast from the past. So this little package comes with a tiny plasticky joystick, two translucent A and B buttons, and two tiny start, volume, and reset buttons on the front. Now this would sit perfectly on a desk for a souvenirs purpose and to bring back some nostalgia. And on the back it includes a speaker, on and off button, and also a backlight option, which you can see right here. Now the backlight isn't the strongest backlight I've seen in any product, but it looks pretty nice. The only thing I wish I would see here is that the joystick would be translucent so it would light up. Maybe even the logo, Retro Arcade Machine, would light up. That'd be even cooler. That was just a switch from, non-backlighting to backlighting. The bottom also has some little rubber pads so it doesn't move out of its place. I believe this also takes AA batteries that are included in the box. And by the way, this is around 50 Canadian dollars, but I'm pretty sure you could probably find this for $25 now. So yeah, I'm just demonstrating a video game, which is like a wrestling game, as you can tell here. Don't worry, I'll get closer to the screen later on in the video. So yeah, I wish that the volume start and reset buttons were bigger, just because sometimes they are hard to press and you might accidentally end up pressing one that you don't need to. And the joystick admittedly isn't the most comfortable joystick. Now the reason is, I'm pretty sure there's a D-pad below it which is controlling the actual circuit. And the D-pad below it is extremely obvious, and it's just uncomfortable to move the joystick around, because sometimes it's unresponsive if it's not put in the right direction. So let's get into the actual games. Now herein is where the problem lies. Because there's only two buttons you can use in the games, aka the A and B button, the games have to be extremely simple. And they're not compelling to play daily, because of their simplicity, of course. Now this is a problem because mobile games have way more, controls than two buttons, meaning that mobile free games are way more interesting than the ones that come in this. And the mobile games are free, whereas this is not. No, not to say that these games don't come with the package, but you have to buy the package in order to play the games. Now one of their big selling points is that they have 300 games. And while that is true, because I've checked, the games are not fun at all. So this is just a quick montage of me playing the most interesting games I found on this mini arcade. Now, if you think these games are boring, you'd be extremely correct. Now, unfortunately, these are the most interesting games I found on here, meaning that there is way more games that are worse than these are. The problem with these games are that they don't track your progress, and that's kind of important when you're playing a game, no? So the moment that you exit a game, it just loses all your progress because this thing doesn't have memory. So every time you open it up, you're on square one. Now that is not very fun, right? I mean, you can literally download the worst rated mobile games, and they're probably better than these are. After all these games are bootleg versions, because of course they don't want to be sued if they're using illegal retro games, like the ones you'd actually want to play. So instead you end up with these weird, worse versions than the original. So as you saw previously, there's this thing called Floor Sweeper or something, and it's basically a terrible version of Pac-Man, or a bootleg version. And there's just so many bad games in this. Even the good ones aren't very good. And plus, each game is just boring. It doesn't have a boss generally. Some of them are aimless and they just don't work. One of them is literally just going around a map. That's it. And unfortunately, these knockoffs don't usually have very many levels. That's if they have levels at all. And some of these games are so simplistic, a preschooler would get bored playing them. There is some good stuff like Lucky Ball, I guess, but even then, it's kind of lacking depth and, again, lack of progress is extremely important to keep in mind. I think this is great for maybe a souvenirs purpose, nothing else. I don't think you'd actually want to play with this on, an airplane, or spend any of your free time playing these trashy games. If you actually want to play good games, go onto your phone and download free games. So yeah, other than a souvenirs purpose, I would definitely not recommend this. This is a serious thumbs down for me. There's just so many problems with this. So many trade-offs that I don't think it's worth buying. Like, who wants to spend $50 just to play some cheap Chinese ripoff of a really good game, like Pac-Man or something? Especially when you can just download the original one on your phone for free. Yeah, I don't think this is good for kids, elderly, or anybody except for collectors. So yeah, that will be it for today. And I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. I'll respond to all of them. Also appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and like this video. And lastly, if you're interested in more tech products, my channel has a whole bunch of other tech products on the YouTube channel, so I'd be extremely appreciative if you check those out. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. See you in the next video.